Hey, what's up guys? Moshe Karakov here with Krav Maga fight tips from Israel. So today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my 10 sparring tips. Now, in the last couple videos I did about a little bit why boxing is important for street fight, why is sparring important. Basically, sparring, for those who do not know, is you're putting on boxing gloves or MMA gloves, whatever. Maybe it could be grappling, sparring, and you're both trying to hit each other, and that's called sparring. There's many kinds of sparring, there's different rules. In the last video I did that, I more explained those details. Now in this video I'm going to give you guys 10 tips for sparring. Now sparring is usually a advanced drill, it's not for beginners. And because you want to first work on your basic striking, basic leg movement and all that. So let's jump right into the sparring. So the first one is enjoy the process, leave your ego outside, okay? How I see it, you wanna, with God's will, do this for many years. I'm training maybe for 20 years, probably a little more. And I want to, with God's help, do it for much more years. That's why I do not want to injure myself. I don't want to injure my training partner. And also I want to enjoy the process, okay? I believe that if someone enjoys something, you're going to do it more. And if you don't like it, you're going to do it less. Of course, it depends if you're training for special forces or for a competition, then you have to do it whether you like it or whether you do not like it. So leave your ego outside, enjoy the process, come to learn, come with open-minded, and of course you don't want to injure yourself and you don't want to injure your partner. That means you don't want to just come and boom, punch it in the face like that. You want to maybe use 20% of your power, 50%, depends on what you're training for. Okay, so that's the first thing. Enjoy the process and leave your ego outside. And of course, this is like a couple details, a couple things in one. I just wanted to keep it to basically 10 tips, so that's why I like combine them together, like enjoying and don't injure each other and leave your ego outside. That's the first one. The second one is, if we're talking about the sparring itself, you want to try to be, many times in sparring, specifically beginners, they tend to tense up like this, and they're trying to punch like that. Now, why does that happen? That happens because, of course, people that are beginners, they're not have a lot of experience, and also it could be they're afraid because someone's trying to hit them hard. Now, how I see it, there's two basic problems with tensing up. The first one is you're much slower. Okay, if you're tensed like this, you punch much slower, you move much slower, and the second thing is you get tired faster. Okay, if you're loose like this and you're moving around, that we're going to talk about a little more, then you get tired much slower, and you're much faster on your feet with your punches, etc. The third one is, where do you want to look? Where do you want to have your eye contact in the process, in the sparring? Now, there's two options. You guys can try what works for you. Okay, the first option is to look in the guy's eyes. Okay, directly in his eyes. Why is that? You want to see his whole body. Even though you're not looking on his right leg when he's trying to kick you, or on his right hand when he's trying to throw a cross, you want to see it by looking in his eyes. You see his whole body. Okay? The problem with that is that if he sees, it could be if you're looking in his eyes and you do a movement before, let's say you're trying to kick him and you look down a little bit before he could see that movement. That's why there's ups and downs to looking directly in the eyes. The second option, which doesn't have those issues like I see it, is looking to this area. Okay, the area of the chest, higher chest. From here you want to see the whole body. Now what's important, you want to look for his shoulder movement. He's trying to come to load up a punch. You want to try to see that coming before he actually throws it. You want to see when he's trying to load up for a kick and things like that. That's why you want to keep your eye contact where it's supposed to be. Okay? The fourth one, try not to go backwards. Okay, not to go straight backwards. Now, why is that? Why people go backwards? Usually when someone's coming on them with punches, so they feel they have to go backwards like that. Now, the problem with that is that if you could fall, okay, you'd stumble down and fall, and it's easier for him to catch you with a good punch if you're going straight backwards, and you're basically not throwing effective punches while you're going backwards. Even though that is possible to throw effective punch while you go backwards, it's like I said, if you're going backwards, you can't. There's a limit where you could go backwards until there's going to be the end of the cage or the ring or whatever, or the wall in the training gym. So you prefer to go around, not go direct backwards. If you feel pressure, someone's pressuring you, move to the side. Okay, move to the side. Of course, that's why you have to train with have good leg movement. That's the next one. The next one is also about movement, but this is about your body movement. Now, if I'm staying static like this, it's much easier for my opponent to hit me. Okay, he sees a target, he decides what kind of attack he wants to throw, and he attacks. Simple. But if I'm moving all the time, okay, I'm moving my body, I'm moving my head movement with my body, it's much harder for him to throw a strike, and much more harder to throw an effective strike. Okay, so that's why we have our leg movement, that we want to move in circles. We could move backwards, forwards, but we want to try not to go direct backwards, like I said. And of course, you have your body and head movement. Okay, forward, backwards, to the sides, all that. Okay, that's of course something that you have to train. It's highly recommended to train it before you actually get into the sparring. So that's body movement. The next one is very important for all kinds of boxing, how I see it, all kinds of fighting, how I see it, is tuck your chin in. Okay? If we're looking at MMA, UFC, most of the strikes, boxing, are thrown to the jaw. A good strike that connects with your chin could drop you. Okay, you could get knocked out. Now, to try to prevent that, you tuck your chin in. That means you don't go like this and throwing your punches. You're tucking your chin in, picking your shoulders up. That's why I have a tactical beard that a little bit softens the punches. I'm just joking. Okay, tuck your chin in, shoulders up. That's how your chin is protected, that it's harder to get to your chin. Okay, your shoulder, one side you have your shoulder, the other side you have your hand, and no matter what you're doing, you have protection on both sides. If I'm throwing across, I have my shoulder, my other shoulder protecting, and my punch from the other side, my fist from the other side. Okay, all the time my chin is tucked in. The next one is use your advantages. Okay, everyone has their specific advantages. If you're very heavy and strong, then maybe for you just to go straight at him and charge at him. Maybe if you're small and you have a short range, then of course you have to go in, go right out, so he can't reach you. You have to move around all the time. I specifically, I have a good long reach, and I have a very fast jab that I like to utilize in sparring to keep my opponent away. Okay, so you have to know what is your advantage and try to work on it to make your advantage bigger. Okay, so I try to work on my jab to make it even faster and make combos off my jab. Let's say do jab, 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 hook, uppercut, all these different things. Okay, so you have to find what are your advantages, your strong parts, and make them even stronger and better and faster. Okay, the next one is try new things. Okay, many times for me in sparring, it's just easier to stick with the same things I do. It could be jab cross, it could be cross hook, whatever, because I feel comfortable with those specific combos or that specific kind of movement, and then I don't try other things. Now, if you're coming in to learn, you're not throwing hard punches, it's not about ego, then you're open-minded to try new things and not stick with those 3 or 4 or 5 combos or whatever. Okay, so try new things. When you're not training hard, of course you have an opportunity to do that. Okay, try it. Maybe he throws a jab, I throw a jab to the body and a cross, whatever. These things, of course, try to practice them before that in shadow boxing on a heavy bag or pad work. Okay? The next one is try to learn your opponent. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Let's say I'm now exaggerating, I see whenever my opponent throws a jab, cross, and a hook, he lowers his right hand. Okay, he does jab, cross, hook, and he's exposed, and then I see, okay, he's throwing a jab, cross, hook, I block, bam, hit him with a hook. Or let's say when I throwing shots to his face, so his hands are up very high. So what do I have here? I have open body shots. So then the next time I throw a couple shots to the head, I see his hands are up, boom, I go to the body, boom, I go to the liver. Okay, that's our worst to try to learn. It's also the one before we said to try new things. Also, you want to try to learn your opponent. Let me see what else I wrote it down for me, so I won't forget anything for you guys. Okay, let me see. Okay, so 2 last ones. Okay, don't go anywhere, guys. 2 last ones. Basically one, and then another one. It's important. It's good for sparring and in general. Is to throw strikes. Okay, of course you want all your strikes and all your punches to land exactly in the guy's chin, and it will be great. But that is not reality. Of course, in training and in reality in a street fight. Okay, usually if you're not a very, very high level boxer, even then he doesn't land all of his punches. You won't land all your punches, but what you want to do is you want to throw strikes even though if they don't land. Okay, you're keeping your opponent away. Keep him away. Keep him away. He's coming close. Boom, hit his glove. Give him something to think about. Okay, disturb him. He's coming close. Boom, hit his gloves. Of course, if you could hit his chin. Okay, so that's very important. Throw strikes even though you're not exactly hitting. Of course, in the beginning, when you train with people that are beginners, they throw punches and you don't even have to move and they won't hit you because they don't have the right timing. They don't know the distance correctly. So you want to throw punches. Of course, you want them to be accurate and effective and actually hit. But also, if someone's pressuring you, boom, keep him away. Boom, keep him away. Boom. Okay, even though you don't hit him. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and maybe you guys have your sparring tips. Make sure to leave them down below so everyone can learn from them, and of course improve themselves. You guys have an awesome week, and if you did not subscribe until now, I'm going to come spar you. So make sure to subscribe, hit like, and of course leave your comments below. Have an awesome week, guys. Moshe Kanaka with Krav Maga fight tips from Israel. Bam, bam, bam.